Donald Trump claims that he is not in favor of fake news. He's ranting and raving about it constantly, which is why it's curious that he decided to post fake Time magazine covers of himself in 5 of his golf resorts. Now, this Time magazine cover is allegedly from March of 2009. It apparently has a photo of him that looks like, he is like the most powerful man in the world. Keep in mind he is right now, but back in 2009 he wasn't.
To be fair.
And it says Donald Trump, the Apprentice, is a television smash. Okay, so you see it. Again, it's fake. The Washington Post, I don't know how they investigated this or how they were tipped to this story, but they did look into it and they found out that it wasn't a real cover, and it was in as many as 5 of his golf resorts. Now, Time magazine has contacted Trump and asked him to take it down since it is a fake cover. And just in case you're curious as to what the cover was, the actual cover was in March 2009, it was of my personal hero, Kate Winslet.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I first saw the headline on this, I thought we wouldn't cover it on TYT because I thought that, well, look, some people do that, right? Like it's like you go to the mall and you get like a fake Time magazine cover or whatever, and it's like a cutesy thing. There's plenty of real things to criticize Donald Trump about. But what I didn't realize is that he was serious, that they took headlines from the real Time magazine and put it as sub-headlines there. So there was a story about Obama, Obama's next move, can he curb healthcare costs? So it wasn't a joke, it wasn't a thing he got at the mall, like he was trying to actually deceive people into thinking that Time magazine did this amazing cover on him. And the other thing that was written across the top of the fake Time magazine is, Trump is hitting on all fronts, even TV, okay? So he's trying to pump up his ratings for Apprentice at the time. So he puts this all, including at Mar-a-Lago, which he now calls the Winter White House. But you goofball press is in there all the time. Take down the fake Time magazine. Do you know how many times Donald Trump has been on the cover of Time magazine? 14. That's why I was like, what? Why didn't he just put up a real one? Because the real ones weren't as flattering as he wanted.
So it's so good. It's so good. And by the way, Cenk, when people do like those joke things, like you go to Magic Mountain and you like, you find someone who does a caricature of you or does a fake magazine cover of you, whatever. You have that one joke thing, and I think they're cheesy, but you might frame it and put it in your house. You're not gonna put it in 5 of your businesses, right? And so like the fact that it was in 5 different businesses told me, no, he didn't see this as a joke. He wasn't poking fun at himself. Besides which, when has Trump ever poked fun at himself? When has he ever been, insulting to himself or
self-deprecating?
Self-deprecating, exactly. Never, okay? It's just, he's crazy.
So, but it goes to a really important point, which is these guys, their number one go-to move, and we've been telling this forever on the Young Turks with conservatives, is projection. So whatever they do, they accuse their opponents of. So remember, Trump's guys or whoever wanted to help Trump before the election are the ones who did the fake news. They did all those fake news websites. And none of them were in favor of Hillary Clinton. They were all in favor of Donald Trump. That's a fact. You could look it up. Donald Trump has been pretending to be his own press spokesperson for years and years, disguising himself as John Miller or John Barron. And he has these fake news covers of Time magazine all over his businesses. He's the king of fake news. And then he turns around and uses it as a bludgeon. So it's a win-win for him. He gets to use the fake news, and then he accuses his opponent of it, making it seem like, right now, if you ask people, all conservatives throughout the country, who's fake news? I'll tell you what all of them would answer, CNN, right? So Trump got to use the fake news, smeared what he views to be his opponents with it, and then when he reuses it, nobody knows what's real and what's fake. It's a triple win. So please, when you hear for the Trump administration talking about fake news, spare me. Spare me, they don't mean it at all. They know that they're the ones who invented fake news. We're not the Young Turks, you're the Young Turks. You power this show. Together we built something amazing. We've broken stories like the Donna Brazil story the mainstream media wouldn't break. We built the studio, we built this network, it's now #1. All thanks to you guys. Let's come build it even bigger and stronger. TYTnetwork.com/join.